$1 million race, Cody's Wish, a 4-year-old Kentucky bred, is very good. Won 6 of his 10 races. He is the favorite, and he gets his name from Cody Dorman, a 16-year-old racing fan who suffers from a rare genetic disorder that affects his body. As you can see, Cody is here today, but the story of friendship between boy and horse started 4 years ago. Tom Hammond has the story.
Make-A-Wish Day at Keeneland Racecourse has become an annual event for the Dorman family. Parents Kelly and Leslie, and their kids, Kylie and Cody.
I like the excitement of hearing them come down the stretch, and I also like to bet a couple bucks on the ones I like too.
Can you see okay, buddy?
Cody got his wish 4 years ago, on a day that began with a visit to nearby Gainesboro Farm. Cody wanted to meet a racehorse, so an introduction was made with a mild-mannered 6-month-old weanling.
He put his nose in Cody's lap, and it just started from that moment.
It was a winning day for a young man who got a tough draw. Cody was born with Wolf-Hirschhorn syndrome, and he spent a lifetime overcoming long odds.
We knew when he was born that there was something wrong. He was in the NIC unit for 2 weeks. He come home on oxygen. They told us he would only live 2 years, and he is getting ready to turn 17. Yep.
Blue horse, what do you see? I see a green frog looking at me.
Cody has fought for it every one of those years. Just days after visiting the farm in 2018, he nearly died when a blood vessel in his stomach burst. Then when the pandemic hit, Cody's daily routine grew even more insular.
You know, he's had probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 40 to 50 procedures, but the hardest thing we've dealt with and watched him go through is depression. You know, that can affect anyone.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
To lift Cody's spirits, his parents got the idea to go back and visit that horse they had met 2 years earlier. By now, the horse was fully grown, testy, and unpredictable. No one expected the same welcome that Cody received on his first visit. Which is why you might say what happened next was miraculous. Cody got another wish.
As soon as he came out of the barn, it was like nobody was there but him and Cody. And Cody, you know, that deep belly laugh, I can count on one hand the number of times I've heard him do that. And he done it instantly. He started doing it.
From that day on, it was just a different child. It changed everything.
Cody, why do you think you have such a special connection to this horse?
Because he found me, and he hasn't forgotten me. He has always looked for me, and we have the same heart and drive. We never give up.
The horse got a name eventually. It's Cody's Wish. And when the horse didn't win any of his first 3 races, Cody got an idea.
He said, Cody's Wish will not win until I'm there. And sure enough, he won.
Cody's Wish to win it by 2.
Cody's Wish won his next 3 races.
Cody's Wish does it.
And Cody Dorman was there for all of them. A few weeks before the Breeders' Cup, Cody asked his parents if he could get a new suit for the occasion. What it takes for him just to try it on offers a glimpse of how hard Cody and his family fight every day. But look hard enough, and you can also see what it looks like when a wish comes true, and how a racehorse has made all the difference in a boy's life.
Some days are hard, but then you see him laughing. We went through those months that he was just so depressed. It was rough, but now all these grins and these laughs, and he'll hug me. There's my big hug. It's been amazing.
I think that horse has the legs he wasn't given. Put those two together, they make kind of a perfect one, I guess. Needed.
He always makes me smile. I love when we just get to hang out together. I really hope this has helped someone else and makes them smile also. Thank you, Cody's Wish. You are a very special horse and a very special friend.
The power and strength of a loving family, the connection between boy and horse. Cody is here, rooting on Cody's Wish once again. At the desk here with Randy Moss and Jerry Bailey. What a powerful, powerful story.
If that doesn't put a lump in your throat, nothing will. As the story goes, Cody went to see the horse run at one point, and he went to the paddock to watch him. He was in the walking ring, and the horse got a glimpse of Cody in his wheelchair next to the paddock rail and stopped and turned and craned his head to make eye contact.
And you got a horse in this race. Jerry, oftentimes we tell these great stories. The horse may or may not have a great chance of win. Cody's Wish is very good and getting better.
And he's very consistent. Dating back to when Cody Dorman went to see him run, he's won 6 out of 7 races. He's won at 1 mile several times, but never around 2 turns. Around 1 turn, it's like an elongated sprint with more speed in the race, and for a come-from-behind horse like Cody's Wish, he needs speed early in the race. There's not a lot of it in this race, so he may have to adjust. His last race was particularly impressive. It was the Forego in Saratoga Springs, New York. Jackie's Warrior in the lime green silks, a huge favorite in Cody's Wish, coming down the stretch from his patented far back in the pack, outruns Jackie's Warrior to the lead. Kind of an upset that day. Huge effort beating a champion horse.
You know, yes, Bill Mott would prefer this to be a 1-turn mile, but you look at Cody's Wish's past performances, and there's nothing on here, his pedigree or anything, to suggest that he won't get 2 turns effectively. It's just that his best recent races have been around 1 turn. I don't think it's going to make that much difference.
Yeah, 5 for 5 at a mile, but as you mentioned, those are over the 1-turn configuration. So the challengers to the 7 in Cody's Wish. I guess we've got to start with the 5 here in Gunite.
Gunite has a race over the track here. Just 2 weeks ago, he ran in the Perryville and won impressively. Steve Asmussen, his trainer, wasn't really worried about the 2-week gap. He wanted to make sure that Gunite liked the Keeneland surface, which obviously he did.
Tyler Gaffalione just won the last Breeders' Cup race here at Keeneland. Won one yesterday, his first 2 in his career, breaking a long 0-for streak. And so he is what they call a hot jock at this point. Jerry, any final thoughts?
Number 3, Pipeline with Flavia Pratt, who rides Flightline later. He will probably set the early pace. If he doesn't, there won't be any speed at all in here early.
The voice of the Breeders' Cup, Larry Colmes.
All in line, ready for the start. They're off in the dirt mile. Cody's Wish broke near the back of the pack. It's a good start for Gunite. Slow down Andy and Pipeline between those 2, and these 3 will take them into the first turn. Simplification is 4th on the inside of Cyberknife. Break of 2 back to Law Professor. 3 Technique is next. Cody's Wish is second last. Senor Buscador is the trailer as Pipeline and Flavia Pratt make the early pace onto the backstretch. Gunite's a length and a half behind, running in second. 22.2 is Sharp, opening quarter mile. Slow down Andy is 3rd on the inside. And then it's Cyberknife in 4th. He's got 4 lengths to make up. Simplification is next by another 2.5. The Law Professor on the outside. 3 Technique has the rail. Senor Buscador and Cody's Wish are biding their time. 9 lengths from front running Pipeline. Pipeline has run the first half mile in 45.71 seconds. It's a demanding pace as they race past the half-mile pole. And then on the outside comes Gunite running in second. Cyberknife is getting going, and here comes Cody's Wish. Cody's Wish in the blue colors, blazing by horses on the far outside. He's up into 4th now, and he's heading toward the front runners on the far turn. It is Cyberknife on the outside. At the rail, Gunite, Cody's Wish coming up on their outside, and the 3 of them will turn for home together, and they're into the stretch. It's Cody's Wish and Cyberknife. Slow down Andy in between horses, down to the final 16th. Cyberknife on the inside, Cody's Wish on the outside. Down the center and slow down Andy. They're coming down to the finish. Here's the wire. Oh, the wish has come true. That one's for you, Cody. Cody's Wish has won the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile.
A my gosh. It's a story made for Hollywood. It was written right here in Lexington, Kentucky.